Good evening, sir. My name is Vikram. I'm calling from Kotak Mahindra Bank.
Yes,
Am I talking to Mr. Savanand, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
hi,
was
sir.
saying Govind actually by mistake because I've saved this number with Govind name.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, welcome. So,
Yes,
so
sir.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I checked with the Banshankari branch people, sir. Actually, I
okay,
tried multiple calls doing with the manager, and I tried multiple people
okay.
calling. Okay, but actually maybe they were any busy schedule. I think they were not lifting the call from my side, sir. I will tell you the names of the persons who I did a call them just for a minute.
Yeah, but these
So
issues
I
should be
called.
no. These issues should be resolved by Kotak Mahindra company institution
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
because
I did
because
a call
no no
to
no no no
Santosh
no no
Shri.
no 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 no. I understand these things. I mean, we can compare with traditional SBI branches, Canara Bank, that this old way of doing banking. See, the system has been corrupted to a very great extent already because of too much of politics. We will,
Understood.
okay, we will not. I mean, Kotak Mahindra has to be different from those banks, even S Bank or even SBI nowadays. They are doing very well actually.
Okay.
It all depends upon the network. It's all about network and connections. There are 95% of the people in India don't have bank accounts actually. Only hardly few people use banking system in India actually. Among these people, these kind of issues happen. That's because of improper connections. That there's um, all kinds of politics because of those reasons actually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I being from Dharwad and Gulbarga, I mean, why should I
Okay.
have to go to Bangalore? Hmm? Why should I have to go to
Understood.
Bangalore? Hmm? Why should I have to earn money by working there and keeping my money over there? Hmm? Why should
Got
I
your
have to do
point.
that? I do that uh, because the system has given me the resources to utilize, okay, for me to be there, basically to work and make money and keep it in the bank, isn't it? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
So this,
Yes, sir.
yeah, so this Kotak Mahindra, this ICICI, these banks, they are not from South India actually. They are from Mumbai, Gujarat, okay? None of these banks have operated in UP or Bihar or Jharkhand. They don't even have a branch over there, actually, if you think about it, right? Not even in Tamil
Okay, sir.
Nadu, not even in Hyderabad, maybe in Hyderabad. So this whole thing, banking system, first of all, no one follows that. Okay, only my kind of people are there, and your kind of people are there who are following this this culture of working somewhere else, making money, and putting it in the bank. Okay.
Yes, sir.
No one leaves their cities. No one leaves their towns or villages or
Yes,
even their areas, actually. Everyone resides in their own districts, in their own areas, pretty much. Or maybe in the outskirts, they might take up some other projects, cultural projects, and then they will have a house and they move forward. Where the funding happens from the district governments,
Okay,
channelized
sir.
through districts, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I belong to a different kind of category of people in India. And for my kind of people, there are SBI banks, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, and S Bank. There are a lot of other banks. There are a lot of banks
Yes.
in Maharashtra which don't even operate in Karnataka.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a responsibility actually. I mean, this whole connection, these all things have to be resolved by Kotak Mahindra as an institution. Because I'm a customer here, what I would look for is proper coordination from a bank like Kotak Mahindra, which is a national kind of like international kind of bank actually, isn't it?
Okay, sir.
Right. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is where Kotak Mahindra should actually have proper supervision layers within Kotak Mahindra. They don't have to meddle in the affairs of ICICI or SBI or HDFC or PhonePe or Axis Bank. This is your company, right? I mean, Kotak Mahindra. Your
Yes,
officers
sir.
should take the responsibility.
Definitely, sir.
Yeah, Banshankari is only one of the branches. Here there are two branches in Gulbarga, two or more, or maybe three. Dharwad there are few.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they might not even be a branch in Karwar or maybe some coastal side in Karnataka,
Okay.
right? So
Yes,
it's
sir.
yeah. I understand these things. I mean, customer based kind of banking. They will see where their customers are, and then they will put up a branch, or they will. For my kind of people, they will provide a job where Kotak Mahindra exists or SBI exists, right?
Yes.
Right. I belong to software community. Obviously, I will work
Okay.
only at places like Bangalore or Pune or Mumbai or Hyderabad or Gurgaon or Noida.
Okay.
Or maybe West Bengal because of Infosys,
Okay.
right? I might
Okay.
not work in Ajmer or Jaipur because there aren't any software companies over there,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
So it's all. I mean, that's what it's a collective effort. It's a responsibility. It's a network actually, essentially. And if your
I
own
understand, sir.
network people, if ICICI, HDFC, PhonePe, if these kind of companies deceive, if they deceive people like me, the customer of Kotak Mahindra, by forming a consortium or all India level network, and Kotak Mahindra doesn't do anything about these kind of issues, or even the local districts or state governments, then what's the point actually? I mean, what kind of message are we trying to send in the system,
No,
in the
sir.
society?
Actually, I
We have to
understood,
think,
sir.
isn't
But
it? I mean, it's we have to think about these things. I mean,
understood.
yeah, because people have set up engineering colleges, so there are lakhs of people graduating, and very few people like me who will actually produce good results in academic years and then move on to software jobs. They make money, they save money and put it in the bank, earn interest. And when fraud happens, everyone actually behaves as though it's not their responsibility in the system,
I got your point.
right? I mean, I exist because of other entities that exist in the system. I'm not an outsider. I'm pretty much
Yes,
part
sir.
of this whole system, just like Kotak Mahindra is or PhonePe is, right?
Yes. Thank you.
So you people have to understand Bangalore, Banshankari branch, SBI, that this old way of doing things, banking. 1930s, 1920s, 1940s, those banking days are over, actually. Those were different. Now it's Republic India, actually. RBI exists, other banks, private banks exist, private institutions exist, PhonePe and all. Probably there might come a rule where government of India might say, don't use INR system going forward. Have your own currency system in India, just like the way it existed in Berlin in 1940s. There were two currency systems in Berlin, Germany,
Okay.
simultaneously. Two currency systems, two different kinds of notes issued by two different governments. Can you believe
I
this?
got it.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you people have to understand it's your network, it's your community people. I belong to your this banking ecosystem. There are a lot of institutions, there are a lot of sectors which are still not sure whether to use banking facilities or not. They're still not sure. There are many even societies related to cricket industry, other industries. There are many agriculture industry. None of these industries actually rely on banks for the most part,
Yes, sir.
right? SBI branches, they go and visit they go and make collaborations with the village heads. They try to sell the money, INR system over there. That's how it happens,
Okay.
right? They will, have a deal between the agriculture heads or village heads, panchayat heads. They will
Yes.
say that we will give you tractor, but you have to take a loan. You will have to produce.
Okay.
You have to give us this much amount of rice or wheat, okay, through loan mechanisms.
Okay.
That's how collaborations happen actually, isn't it?
Understood.
My customer base is different, their customer base is different, but banks are same. Essentially, SBI operates in customer segment as well and loan department related to agriculture related sector as well, and other divisions as well, such as vehicles, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's all connected systems. Everyone has to realize as to why they exist in the system, including myself, including Kotak Mahindra, yourself, Shubham Rana, PhonePe, NCPI, whatever fancy names they have given, right? They have to understand,
Yes.
right? More than 500 languages are spoken in India. More than 500,
Yes, sir. I know.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have to have some kind of sense where we should do the business properly, right? Kotak Mahindra is part
Yes.
of it.
No, sir. Actually, I tried with the branch people. Actually, they were busy or busy with any other schedule, I think. Actually, I tried.
Then what is higher authority people at Kotak Mahindra are doing as far as coordination is concerned?
Yes, sir. Even I tried with their branch head as well. Santosh V I tried, and Nirmala L I tried, and I tried to Smita B, and Jayant was there, and I tried to Jayant as well.
No.
But no
In my
one,
case,
Jayant was in a lunch actually
I'll
at
tell
that
you.
moment.
In my case, I've been observing they intentionally create these kind of situations or stories because of technologies. See,
No, sir.
the check.
I'm
No,
really
I'll
sorry
tell
to
you.
say this, sir.
Check clearances happen. Okay, check clearances are done. Okay, in a timely fashion for the most part. Okay, managers at the branch, they will make sure that their employees clear the checks. Okay, certain number of checks within a certain amount of time.
Okay.
That's how they operate at the branches, right? I've seen there. I've seen people working in the branch by being there in the branch as to how they work. They make us wait, and there is a reason for that. They want to show as to how banking culture works. I mean, how the banking culture is. For that reason, because I come from banking ecosystem, banking culture-based families. Okay.
Okay, I understand. I got it. Thank you. Confirm. Thank you for confirming.
Yeah, so they would have shown us how things happen in the banking industry, the cash counters, the check clearances, that, this, and all those kind of things. And our kind of people would be connected with this kind of network, generally. We won't go to
Yes.
any other systems where money is not used. It doesn't happen like that in my case. Because in between the people who exist, they will not even connect us,
Okay.
right? So this is
Yes.
where, I mean, in my case, it has so happened that the middle layer which exists are basically creating issues, such as, let's say, housing.com. Okay.
Okay.
I
Okay.
happen to trust housing.com. Okay. And I happen to make a payment, online transactions. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
To the opposite party in that 1.14 lakhs case.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. Usually,
So, yeah.
he's looking for some rental
Rental, yeah.
purpose.
Because of references, because of those things, we will connect to them, and we give
I got
money
it.
because there's
You trust
online
that application.
online transactions are happening. We will be under the impression that opposite parties' credentials are verified, even if they do any fraudulent activities with me or defraud me.
Have you escalated this issue to housing.com?
Housing.com is just a medium. The
But
crooks are there. I mean, crooks, they are the crooks actually. They themselves are the
okay.
crooks. See, you have to catch,
Okay.
we have to understand the root cause of the problem. Here the banks
Okay.
play an important role because it's about the question related to money.
But
Housing.com, opposite
understood,
party,
sir.
myself, we are all just channels here. The prime
Understood. But
entity,
sir, you
no, it will
whenever
not work. They will not do anything.
because they
See,
added their profile right, sir, in that
see,
application. In
no,
case
no.
if anything happening in the third
They
party
won't do
application, they
anything.
need to take care about.
They will not. See, when there is when there is a gang, okay, that
Okay.
only loots gold jewelries from houses. They don't loot cash,
Okay.
okay, because for them
Okay.
cash is waste,
Okay.
okay, because they would not be having any connections with the banks, okay. They will only
Okay.
have connections with gold network, okay.
Okay. Okay.
So they will be only specialized in looting gold jewelries and gold ornaments, okay.
Got. Yes.
Okay. When you talk when the fraudsters are caught, okay,
Okay.
gold
Okay.
jewelry fraudsters are caught, okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
if you ask them to give back the gold, why will they give the gold back?
Okay.
Hmm?
I
They
got it.
won't give. They will say, you do whatever with us, not a problem, but we will not give the
Okay.
gold. That's what they say, because the robbery gang systems are huge in India. Okay.
Yes.
Even if that network loses few hundred people from their industry, it doesn't matter anything to them.
Okay.
It's a war, actually. In India, there are lots of different kinds of civil wars that are happening. Okay, day in day
Okay,
out.
sir.
Okay, everywhere in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, the divisions, Karnataka, North Karnataka, South Karnataka, Maharashtra, Nagpur side, Mumbai side, Pune side, Solapur side, everywhere. Bhojpuri side, UP side. There are n number of wars everywhere, pretty much, of all kinds. Okay, so for them,
Okay, sir.
if you ask to return the gold, they will say, you can kill us, but we will not give the gold back.
Okay.
Okay, this is what they will say. You understand what I'm saying?
Understood, sir. I got it. Got your point exactly. What you're
You
trying
can
to
kill us, not a problem. There are thousands like us meant for these kind of activities. You can kill us, we will not give the gold.
say. Okay.
Okay? You can cut our
Okay.
throat, you can cut our tongues, but we will not give the names. We will not share the names of our gang leaders. Okay? This is how the network is.
Okay. And I got it, sir.
So
Understood.
likewise, money is also one such new age system. Okay? Phone Pay is new
Okay.
age system. There are different kinds of gangs operating using Phone Pay, Kotak Mahindra, ICICI, HDFC. It
Understood.
depends upon the region specifically.
Okay.
This is where our bank managers, branch managers who handle our
Okay.
accounts should be responsible for
Okay.
handling our grievances, frauds, issues as and when they are reported. Because we keep the money with them by trusting them.
Yes.
We don't keep our money with some other network, just like the way in the case of gangsters, looters, fraudsters who loot gold, money, and vehicles. Okay? Isn't it? We don't keep
Yes.
money there. We keep in the banks. Kotak Mahindra Bank, SBI, these kind of banks. Which are standard banks.
Okay.
So this is where you people have to understand, work as a team. Okay? Because
Understood. I
yeah.
got it.
So this is where you people have to take the responsibility, because my kind of people, they are what? Individuals, essentially, right? We are just
Okay.
individuals in the whole system. We trust on your kind of entities, Kotak Mahindra as an institution in the system, which is why we keep the money with your kind of institutions in the system. I don't even give my money to my family members because I don't want to involve issues between me and them because of money.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, there are certain policies which I follow for myself. Hmm?
I got it, sir.
So this is where Kotak Mahindra has to realize as to why they exist for their customers, what is their role in the system. Hmm? Your higher authority officials should realize the fact that they should not make the customers to incur losses, no matter what. They have to find solutions in such a way that for their customers, banking should be easy. Okay, trust should be built from both ends. Okay, this is how we can grow, and Kotak Mahindra as well. It's
Okay,
all
sir.
about trust. So you have to take the responsibility and coordinate with them and see how these issues can be sorted out.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Kotak Mahindra has good number of employees who are graduates, who have experience in the industry, different kinds of skill sets. My kind of people
I
might
got it.
not have right kind of skills and adequate skills. I'm just a customer. For me, what matters is money. Your kind of employees and Darshan and Shivkumar and Santoshvi and Shubham Rana have certain skills with which the banking business can be carried out very smoothly, which is why your kind of people work in the banking sector. Not people like Nirmala. She might be good in supervising people,
Okay.
maybe, but not for the sake of customers. But if it exceeds threshold level, then their own employees might say, we don't want to work with Nirmala. It might happen,
Understood. I got it.
right? So this is where feedback culture has come up, where you take the feedback from customers, you take feedback of managers, okay, having
Yes, sir.
different kinds of supervision layers. HRs ask people working in the company about their managers, okay, as to how they manage
Okay, sir.
their employees, okay, to have two-way kind of what do you call supervision.
Okay.
So this is where, I mean, great minds come together, work for the betterment. I mean, PhonePe is not bad. PhonePe is good. It's good, but they have to
Okay.
fix the issues. They have to fix the issues. And Kotak Mahindra should not blindly accept whatever features that are rolled out in the banking ecosystem. Today it is PhonePe, tomorrow it is some other system. Your employees, your higher authority people should actually do mock test, make sure that the system is proper and foolproof, even in the matters of disputes and frauds. If it actually checkmarks all the criteria, and if it is really good for your customers, then you should roll out the features for your customers. And be safe, and keep your customers safe in the banking ecosystem.
Got it, sir.
Yeah, it's not just allowing some XYZ companies like Google Pay, PhonePe, or XYZ apps to directly allow them to hook to my savings account or FD accounts. Then what is the point of having username, passwords, OTPs, that, this, and all those kind of things?
Yes, sir.
So this is where you people have to realize certain things. See what works, what doesn't work. We should not be. I mean, these kind of features shouldn't be tested with people like me in real time. And
Yes, sir.
right, that shouldn't be the culture actually. So you coordinate with regards to that, what is it, account opening, account related thing.
Yes, sir. I'm already doing that, and even I will follow with them. But sir, you given a request at Banshankari only, right? Are you
No,
sure?
in Gulbarga nearby branch. I've shared
You
one.
haven't given a
I have
request
sent
at
one email.
Banshankari?
No, I have sent one email.
Yes, sir.
I've sent one.
Today you
Yesterday.
sent a mail regarding callback
Yeah, yesterday
at
in the
5 p.m.
evening. Yesterday in the evening.
Yesterday also you sent me an email. Yes,
I
sir.
have provided all the necessary
Regarding,
details with regards to that account
yes, sir.
conversion.
Whatever queries you have, you mentioned in that email.
I understand what they are trying to say. Why to make a customer have zero balance account when he can actually look for having an account where minimum balance should be 20,000 or 10,000. I understand these kind of things because now what has happened is banks have started doing profit computation based upon how much they can save by not giving money to their customers in the form of interest or collect or maybe by making the customers keep money in the savings account at lower rate of interest. This is different way of doing banking, basically where they try to compute in a different fashion. I understand those kind of logics. This is where Kotak Mahindra should step up a bit. They have to realize what is important for them. Is it those kind of metrics and computation of profits, or is it having more number of customers like me?
Sure, sir. Sir, okay, sir. Just need a small confirmation. It's a Gulbarga, right? Gulbarg. I mean, G for Germany, U for
Yeah,
Urban,
Alpha
Ludhiana.
I mentioned the pin code. That should be sufficient. Whether it is Gulbarga or Kegsabarga or Zhangxi or Pingxi or Mingxi or Kalburgi or Katapurki, it doesn't really matter for me. It does matter if the name is not, if the name is something which I cannot pronounce, if I'm not used to it, then that's a problem. That's okay. But I don't want to get into this kind of Gulbarga, Kalburgi naming issues actually. That's why I mentioned the name of the I'm used to Gulbarga name, which is why I mentioned over there. But pin code should be sufficient for us actually, if you think about it.
Yes, sir, definitely. PIN code is sufficient. But I was not able to check this PIN code where you mentioned. Actually, in this email, I was able to see one screenshot was attached. Okay. In the downside one.
No, in the email I mentioned the PIN code 585101 or something. 101 or maybe 101 I suppose.
You mentioned Nirmala, Saroj and Santosh. It's a forwarded mail, sir.
No. One second. You want me to check?
No problem. I got it. It's a 8249.
No, pin code. It's there. I know that pin code has been mentioned over there. I'm pretty sure about that. Because
no problem,
I make others' job easy. I don't try to put others in trouble because it's my work.
And
I look at things in this way. Even when it comes to work, I consider my work as my job. It's not help or something.
I agree with you, sir.
Okay, when the work comes to me, it's my work. It's not others. I take up the responsibility in that way. So
have you spoke to anyone in Gulbarga branch?
I had been to
previously regarding this issue.
I had been to the branch.
I will tell you the names of the persons who are available in this branch.
No, you have to coordinate. That's what I'm saying. You have to coordinate.
Yes, I will coordinate with them. But previously, if you have spoke to anyone, so they will have an idea.
That person has left the branch. What they will say, see, I'll tell you. The problem here is.
Okay.
The problem here is there are a number of problems already, which I'm not sure completely as to what those problems are. Okay. I'm not sure what kind of problems exist. For me, what matters is I have to do the banking thing in a cost-effective manner, which is why we have internet banking and mobile banking applications and things like that. If there is a critical situation where I have to meet the branch or a person from Kotak Mahindra official at a nearby branch or nearby location, let's say, okay, to establish trust from both ends, from the Kotak Mahindra employee and myself. For this sake, I would look to have a branch. That's all. I wouldn't look for full-fledged SBI branch, which has loan departments, which has everything, land business kind of business. Land businesses, which has cash counters, which is a big hall. I'm not looking those kind of branches. Okay. So, like I said, I was in Pune for a year, and the branch was nowhere near to my residential address. I was far away from the city. Okay. Now, in that case, if I were to visit the branch, then probably I would have had to spend maybe to the tune of 700 rupees or 1000 rupees for
Okay,
two-way
sir.
travel in that case.
I got it, sir.
Yeah, this is where, I mean, generally it so happens that, I mean, people having bank accounts in Gulbarga who stay in Sedam, okay, who do
Okay.
agriculture business in Sedam and other nearby regions here, they have
You're
bank
talking
accounts.
about Sweden.
Sedam in Karnataka actually.
Freedom. Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
would be knowing this part, I mean, Telangana, Vijayawada, this whole region.
I
Yeah,
got it. I got it. Understood.
yeah, people will be
I thought
having,
it's a
yeah,
yes, sir.
SBI branches will be in the district. They will have loans given to some villages. Okay, for every small thing, they don't visit the branches. They will have phones, they will have network. When there is a need, they will reach. Even cash deposits, it happens once in 15 days or once a month, or maybe 2 months or
Okay.
quarterly. Because the same cash will be used among their own people generally. Only when there is a need of cash, they will collect the cash and then they give the money.
Got it.
So when all these kind of cultures are already being followed, why should I have to spend 200 rupees to visit a nearby branch when that can be done through phone call with proper coordination with people like, I mean, via people like you.
Sir, I agree with you, but whenever you're doing a degrade or anything, you need to give a confirmation at the branch, sir. Some procedures, like if we need
Whether
to
you call it
document
as
it,
degrade, some people will call it as migration, some people will call it as
uh,
conversion, some people will call it as upgradation, XYZ. But you have to
no,
understand, you have
I'm
to
sorry to
understand, no,
use
no, no,
that
no.
word. I'm sorry
No,
to use that
it's
word.
all fine. No, no, that's not a problem. For me, what
No,
matters
sir,
is,
actually.
no. First,
Okay.
for me, what matters is, that's what Nirmala uses degradation. Some people will use prostitution in coming days. There are a
No,
number of
sir.
words. We should not
No,
get into
sir,
those
I'm
kind of
really
things.
sorry.
That's what we can
And
use n number of words in that way. You have to understand what the kind of words that I'm using in the mail, right?
yes, sir.
It's culture starts from Kotak Mahindra. You should understand
And
accordingly use the words.
sure, sir.
Yeah, Nirmala, people like
It's my
Nirmala and
mistake.
other
I'm
people.
sorry.
Yeah, you should. That's what culture determines, right?
Understood.
I'm using migration. I'm using conversion, and
Okay.
if you use degrade or what is that you said? Downgrade,
I
right?
apologize, sir. I
Degrade or
sincerely
downgrade, which one?
apologize, sir. I
Right.
sincerely apologize for that, sir. And
This is
I
where
mean, not my.
your culture, your Kotak Mahindra should realize their presence in the industry. The problem with Kotak Mahindra is they have lost their sense of responsibility and their 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 reason for being in the industry. That's a problem because they seem
Understood.
to throw the money at will. This doesn't work like that.
I got it, sir. I understood, but
Hmm?
definitely I'm doing a follow-up with them.
Do we
I
really
am
have
trying
Kotak
to do
Mahindra
the
in
needful
Hyderabad?
first.
Do we really have Kotak Mahindra in Andhra Pradesh? Huh?
Sir,
Huh?
yes, sir. In Kotak Mahindra Bank is
How
there.
many
I'm
people?
from
How
Hyderabad
many
branch.
people? How many?
I'm working
No.
from Hyderabad, sir.
How many Telugu people live in Mumbai or Gujarat or Rajasthan who speak in
In
Telugu?
Mumbai, there are 20% people, like
No,
15%
I can
people are
make up
there,
the
sir.
stories like this. Indians live in China to an extent of 80%. Do you know?
In where,
It's a
sir?
new census calculation recently, which
In which
government of
country?
India conducted a census, and they found out that 80% of Indians live in China.
Okay.
So we have to understand the hard realities will never die. The truth will never die. No matter how much we try to cover up the things, it will never work. Because realities are known to many people. This is where we have to collaborate properly among ourselves first, and then move forward, such that the banking industry and the businesses are carried out properly and sincerely.
Sure, sir.
So this is what we have to realize. This is what Kotak Mahindra has to realize. I
Sure.
happen to surrender my policy, which I had with Max Life. Okay,
Okay.
I lost an amount of 93,000. I'm not putting any questions to anyone over there. because it's my decision. Okay.
I know the reasons. I mean, suddenly why you
I
taking
wanted to
this
take the money because
this.
there are reasons. We'll discuss about that one at a later point. That's not a problem. But I felt it's better to bring back the money to the banks. I mean, to the banking industry than keeping at Max Life. I felt that was a good decision from a monetary point of view and other security related aspects. That's one thing. Here the point is, I happen to lose to an extent of 93,000 because of that decision. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. With regards to housing.com, I have lost to an extent of 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs.
Okay. I know. Yes.
Okay. Now for me, 93 and 2 lakhs are same. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
In fact, 2 lakhs is 10 times more than 93,000 or 1 lakh, or maybe 20 times, or even 30 times, because the situation that has happened with me can happen in Bangalore or Hyderabad or Noida or Gurgaon, okay, where I end up making 30 lakhs or 50 lakhs, and if I buy a flat, okay, by giving X amount of money, let's say 30 lakhs, okay, and if the opposite party, they defraud me, and banks, they don't play their role properly as a mediator, okay, because I would have given the money through IMPS or fund transfer instead of taking a loan, and the bank, the mediator, think that since they have not taken the loan, why should we have to be a mediator in the industry? It's a loss for us going forward. Thus, we will not be a mediator in the industry for this particular customer because he has not taken a loan from us and he has directly transferred the fund to the opposite party. Now, if this culture is actually followed in the banking industry, then people will raise questions. What if the opposite party and the bank manager has tie-ups? What if CBI professionals investigate the matter and find out that there has been a crookery between the bank manager and the opposite party to steal the money in this fashion?
Got it.
So the banking industry is not something a God-given gift in India. It's not like that. The system is good. It depends upon how we execute the system. It depends upon the bank. Yeah, it depends upon the bank, the professionals, the branches, the bank managers, and customers. I am a sincere customer of the banking ecosystem. The opposite party weren't.
I agree.
Yeah. This is something what Kotak Mahindra has to realize, PhonePe has to realize, and as bank as well.
Okay.
And accordingly, they should as well use appropriate words. When I say migration and conversion, according to the bank managers like Santosh V has used this word as migration and conversion. Nirmala happens to use downgradation or something like that. And some other people will use some other fancy word. Santosh Shubham Rana happened to use conversion. We need to understand. We need to be sophisticated people first, and proper people when it comes to our choice of words. Right?
I understand, sir.
If your community, if Kotak Mahindra doesn't realize your customers aren't your customers, then what's the point of I being the customer of Kotak Mahindra? It's ridiculous. It's nonsense, actually, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Your kind of employees are doing great for the most part, but some people at Kotak Mahindra are third class. Some people maybe from higher authority department. I'm not sure who they are. They're third class, literally. They don't know what kind of words to be used and what should be done for their customers. Their customers. I'm not talking about ICICI customers here.
Yes, sir.
So they have to understand, based upon the needs and the trends, the banking products are designed. We didn't have Kotak Mahindra way back in 1940s or 50s. We didn't have consumer banking sector way back in 1950s or 40s, 30s, or even before that, right?
Okay. Yes.
Right. When British was the ruling kingdom here, they used to give the loan. They used to collect the taxes, right? We didn't have this concept of
Yes, sir.
consumerism. So
Understood.
it's a deep thing. This is where you people have to realize, everyone has to realize, including myself. And my major concern here is that 2 lakhs, whatever that have lost, it's equivalent to 50 lakhs for me. It's not just about 2 lakhs, even 70 lakhs as well. It's much more than that. For me, what matters is the business. If the opposite party doesn't do business properly, I don't like that. For this, banks have to play their role as a mediator. First, what banking ecosystem, certain group of companies like Kotak Mahindra, ICICI, Axis, S Bank, and other set of banks, they have formed this UPI, NCPI consortium, okay, and they created apps like PhonePe, Google Pay, which are outside of
Okay.
the banking ecosystem, and they wanted
Okay.
to see as to how the system will fare. And after some
I
time,
got
they
it.
started giving the feature as part of their own system within the umbrella of banking ecosystem. Banking sector. This whole banking sector is different. Banks are different. There are lots of other financial entities in the banking ecosystem. It's a collective bank financial system, actually, if you think about it. Right?
Sure, sir.
They are non-banking institutions as well. NBC something, non-banking something, I'm not sure. Right?
Yes, sir.
So this is what it is. So you coordinate with Banshankari branch because they are your colleagues, your coordinate, your officials. Because coordinations are happening fantastically well in the case of cash, in the case of check. But when it comes to work related to my account, no one wants to take up the responsibility from Kotak Mahindra.
No, sir, I'm taking a responsibility of your account related queries and I'm following with the team as well.
And you have the
But
skills as
it is,
well. You have the skills, you have the power, you are from the service department, you are on top of VRMs, you are on top of branch managers, branches. You are from the service. You make sure that the services that are given to your customers are proper or not, are adequate or
I
not.
always prefer and I always think from customer side because
No, your
even
department
one
should
rupee
work
also
in that way.
important.
Your department should be in that way. The
Okay.
roles and responsibilities of service department should be in this fashion.
Because even not only with you, sir, I always, for
No,
every
it's not just
customer, I
you,
think from
not just
customer
you. No,
side.
not just you. I'm saying as a department, actually.
I understand. Yes, sir. Yes,
Like
sir. That's
like
the
we
main
have
thing.
nodal officers, nodal layer, regional layers, regional centers. We have branches at district level. There are many branches in a district, in taluk and villages, SBI branches, and then there
Yes,
are
sir.
other district level banks as well, which only operate in the district, within the boundaries of the district or nearby districts. That's all. There are many banks in Gulbarga which don't even operate in Bangalore, within the state of Karnataka.
I got it.
They work with Telangana and they work with Gulbarga,
I got it, sir.
right? So this banking
Yes,
concept is
sir.
different, state mechanism concept is different, globalism concept is different. Citibanks doesn't deal with agri departments, agri businesses. Citibank, Deutsche Bank, they don't deal with agri customer base, agriculture sector based customers. They don't give agricultural loans.
I got it.
So people like us are intelligent, okay? Kotak Mahindra has to realize, and they should
And
share the knowledge as well. In a timely fashion, properly, by having proper VRMs, RMs, managers, like the way police system works. On Instagram, there are police handles, police commissioner handles. Group, Bangalore Police Department, city department police handle actually. They are sharing information related to crimes, which is nothing but sharing knowledge actually as to how crimes happen. They tell us to be vigilant. Likewise, banks as well have to play the role with share the knowledge with regards to UPI, other systems.
Yes, sir.
And when issues are reported, when any fraud is reported, your officials should step up and should lead the way in resolving the matter for your customers, because your customer has lost the money by
Yes,
trusting
sir.
UPI system. Because
Yes, sir.
Kotak Mahindra has allowed apps like Google Pay and PhonePe to hook to my savings account. They have made the software changes because of Kotak Mahindra higher officials who have signed a policy or agreement with PhonePe. That is possible.
I got it, sir.
And if you people don't take up this responsibility when a fraud is reported, and if you say that you take the money that has been given by government, police system or legal system, 67,000 rupees or whatever it is, and be fine with that, and then it's a loss, right? My manager,
No, sir.
my
We are
manager
taking
should,
care of it.
yeah, my manager, my branch manager or VRM should actually talk to me and ask, you happen to transfer this amount on this day.
Okay.
What happened with that business? Did the opposite party do a fair business with you, or did they cheat you? You can collect this information by having a call periodically, maybe once in 3 months or once in 2 months, or maybe if you come across these kind of transactions happening all of a sudden, just one call, right?
Understood.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Because you're dealing with your own customers, not the customers of ICICI. How is that Kotak Mahindra can be forward or ahead when compared to SBI or other banks in the industry?
I got it, sir. I agree with you. We are dealing with our own
Right?
customers only. Yes.
S Bank are doing great. They have sent an email. They sent an email, and they have told if we are monitoring your transactions, and if we come across any issues with regards to your transactions, we will call you. Kindly save these numbers. That's a good initiative,
Okay.
actually. That's a really good initiative, actually. Now, in this case, in my case with Kotak Mahindra, I've been following up with my fraud case since September 2024. Can you imagine?
Yes, sir.
Now, this shows how Kotak Mahindra works in the banking ecosystem. I mean, even as bank hasn't done anything much apart from sharing that email. That's still a problem. But how is that you people will stay ahead when compared to other banks? If I were to be a customer of SBI, and if this had happened with them, and if they were to not do anything, and if you people also do the same thing, then what's the difference between Kotak Mahindra and SBI? In fact, in the case of SBI, there are certain branches where they create customers and loot people like me by having connections via my friend, which I've mentioned to you as well in one of the calls, to bring the money from Bangalore to Dharwad. Can you believe this? Huh?
Yes, sir.
This is how the ground reality is. Because central capital city governments, they don't give the money to district governments or other entities at state level,
Okay.
right? They look for people like me. This is when the frauds happen with people like me. This is where my SBI branches and other banks, where I have my bank account, play an important role in the banking ecosystem.
I got it, sir.
Just give me a moment. There's a loud noise here. Let it pass.
Okay.
We'll just
No
we'll
problem.
just wait for 30 seconds.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. Let this pass.
Sure, sir. No problem. I will be wait.
Hmm. So this is where I prefer to talk to you because you're a good listener. Even Shivkumar was good. Darshan is not really that fantastic. He's good, but still, he doesn't really match up with Shivkumar or you in this matter. Shubham Rana is also very good, actually. So we need people
Thank you
like
so much.
you to have associations with my kind of people, and this is how we build a relationship. It's actually the
Yes.
employees and customers who actually play an important role in building the relationship and taking
Because, sir, I always be
yeah that
uh
yeah
I'm
That's
here
how.
to, first of all, I'm here to help you, sir. So
Not
I
help,
am
not help,
working
not
for
help. As a
customers.
responsibility, not help.
Yes,
As a
sir. It's an
responsibility.
responsibility. Yes, sir. It's
Yeah,
an
because it's
responsibility. So I'm here.
because
So
had it
that's
been a
my job,
government
sir.
system where things would have been through networking, that would have been a help system. Money system is
Yes.
something where we are using money. We don't want to use
Yes,
the
sir.
words like help. We
Yes,
will
sir. Yes,
we
sir.
will use the words like service charges, things like that, fees, reasonable prices, basically.
I got it.
We want banks like Kotak Mahindra, and Kotak Mahindra as well wants people like me, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And even banks like SBI. Not all branches at SBI are good, and not all branches at SBI are bad. It all depends upon the people and the region.
So your
And
voice is not audible, sir. I mean,
okay,
your voice is not clear suddenly.
was it? Okay, I'll repeat once again. How about this now?
Yeah, now it's little bit good, sir.
Okay. So what I was saying is, how about this?
Okay.
It's fine?
Yeah, it's fine, sir. It's fine.
Yeah. So what I was saying is, I took an example of SBI. This is why I wanted to emphasize this fact that not all branches at SBI are bad. Likewise,
Okay.
not all branches in the future at Kotak Mahindra will be good.
Understood.
Once Kotak Mahindra scales up to an extent of SBI, or if it, even if I mean, or if it exceeds the boundaries that SBI has currently.
Okay, sir.
So previously SBI was separate, SBH was separate, SBM was separate. State Bank of Hyderabad and State Bank of Mysore was, very different. They became one, isn't it? Likewise, there's a consortium among private banks. Okay, but that
Okay.
consortium, that kind of consortium, which has come up, this current one, it should it should actually facilitate healthy business. It should not, uh, it should not give way to fraudsters to conduct fraudulent activities.
Got it, sir.
So these are the things. This is what Kotak Mahindra as an entity in the banking ecosystem, in the finance ecosystem, they have to realize their role for their customers. And if we report any issues, you people should be the first to resolve the matter. I was not having this
Sure, sir.
information way back in 2023 when that issue happened.
Okay.
If you were to be with me then, I would have probably discussed that matter then and there with you, instead of I sending an email to police cyber department. I would have contacted you, actually.
I got
Maybe,
understood.
yeah, maybe I would have reported directly to you, yeah, even without reporting to my relative who is an advocate in Hubli Dharwad. I would have
Okay.
contacted you actually, and we could have reversed that transaction then and there itself. Because
Yes, sir.
already,
We can.
yeah, already we would have had a trust of this kind, which has been built up.
I got your point, sir.
So because of this missing component, all these problems have occurred. This is where I wanted to emphasize, we cannot leave traditional banking principles. We have to take along with them, do refinement as much as possible, and then improvise on top of that.
Sure, sir.
We cannot just say that we will grow the numbers exponentially in India. We'll have bank accounts for every citizen of India. That will not work. It is impossible. That's literally impossible.
Yes, sir.
That doesn't happen. Not at least in next century, for sure. Even if I were to come across any news, that would be a fake news. I know that because we already know what kind of fake news exists in the system because of Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, sir.
I trust governments, certain governments, not all governments. Okay, certain
Okay.
class of governments. Even that has been rotten actually. That's already rotten for the most part. Police systems are good, army systems are good. Certain banks, certain
Okay.
branches are good. It depends upon the persons actually.
I
So,
got it.
so kindly coordinate with them and then see what I have to do from my end. Hmm? And
Sure, sir.
don't try to make me close my account. That should be a
No, no, no,
responsibility of
no,
Kotak
sir.
Mahindra by some.
Without your confirmation, we
No, no, no.
can't take any.
No, there are certain departments at Kotak Mahindra. They might be thinking that this person probably might be problematic for our business. It's better we will close this account for him by making him
No,
pay.
sir.
By,
Actually, you are in a. I can understand your situation because
uh,
you even nowadays even 1 rupee also important to everyone.
uh,
Even for me, you lost nearly two
no, no,
lakhs.
no. It's actually the business matters, not the amount. It's the business
Yes,
actually. Business.
yes,
We cannot let crooks steal money from the system like this.
I understood. I
Banking
got your point.
ecosystem should be strong because we bank on your kind of entities, your systems. Because of your systems, I am using this system actually. I'm part of this. Your system should be strong, so rock solid.
I agree. I agree, sir.
No matter the opposite party has an account with SBI or some cooperative society of army or some cooperative society of police. It shouldn't matter.
Understood.
Business means business, proper business.
Yes.
You people should ensure that. It's not, like I said, it's not just about giving money or through cash or through ATM machines, through check, that there's deposits, interest. It's not only about that. It's about these aspects as well. I mean, Kotak Mahindra shouldn't rely on outside systems such as police or CBI or other entities. Your network, your systems, your company officials should have a strong base to make sure that
Yes,
your
sir.
customers are safe when it comes to businesses and the money.
I agree. I agree.
It's not just about having strong passwords, user ID, OTP, and things like that. Even these kind of matters should be significant.
Understood.
Yeah. So my whole agenda is to have that account variant to be migrated from my Pro Savings account or be converted to zero balance account, essentially. That's the requirement and that's good for me, actually, because I don't generally use cash, nor ATM, nor checkbooks, nothing. It's generally mobile phone and internet banking for the most part. I generally happen to keep FDs, that's all.
I got it.
So accordingly,
Sure.
which is why Kotak Mahindra has come up with these kind of products in the banking ecosystem. When they have come up with these kind of features and products, then existing customers should have an option to migrate their existing accounts to these kind of accounts, depending upon their interest, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this is where proper officials at Kotak Mahindra will take their customers' interest into account and then do banking instead of focusing on certain profit metrics or the metrics which are used to calculate the profits and want to stay ahead when compared to other banks in the industry. I think what I would say is Kotak Mahindra should really consider other factors when it
Sure,
comes
sir.
to computing profits, such as how much of customers exist for Kotak Mahindra, what kind of customers exist for Kotak Mahindra, how businesses are being carried out, how many fraud issues have been solved monthly basis or quarterly basis. These kind of metrics should be used, and accordingly, the rating should be given by RBI,
Okay, sir.
which should sit on top of all of the banks, those banks which follow RBI, essentially. in India.
And I got it, sir.
So you follow up with them and try to see what